Learning labels standardize how we represent learning expectations for a single unit of learning, a task, or experience, or connecting them together for a project, lesson plan, or course. Learning labels are the best way to assign and represent education and training standards. The framework is also a way to manage and track learning. As I demo the application to high school teachers and professors that field questions, here are some of them. How much time does it take to create a label? Well, for a beginner, it takes no more than 5 minutes. After creating a few labels, though, the system remembers your input and gives you prompts, and you start to get familiar with the UI. Then it takes a matter of a minute. A learning label represents learning for a single task, one label per task, so there's longevity. I see the definition process like defining a word in a dictionary or a concept in Wikipedia. Use the label so as long as it's relevant across semesters, years, etc. If you find a label created by another practitioner, simply clone the label and use the label for your own needs. It takes a second to clone a label. The learning labels technology is sophisticated with many layers, including use of icons, standards, and badges. But the UI has evolved considerably for more than 2 years of design, including 2 formal UI tests lasting months. So the UI is efficient and effective. I'm already using a learning management system. Does this duplicate my work? No. The purpose is to define the learning expectations in a clear, concise way, including a return on investment, environmental factors, skills and standards, and a link to navigate to the actual task itself. So use learning labels across the applications you're already using. Currently, this works ideally with Google Classroom, as this example shows. You click on a button and a learning label imports into Google Classroom as an assignment. If you can import a link for a task in your learning management system, then use the URL to the learning label. The plan is to have similar integration as Google Classroom with the other main LMS systems like Brightspace, Canvas, and Blackboard. I created a label. Now what do I do with it? Well, the short answer, you get the label to your audience the best way possible. So if you are a teacher or professor, you get the label to your students. There are many ways to do this. Assign the label within the system, email a link to the URL. Every label and clone has its own unique URL. Share them in social media or send them the label as a file, as a PDF or PNG. You might create a syllabus. I suggest using Skillsyllabi, www.skillsyllabi.com. Embed a label on a website or import it into your learning management system, as we already seen. If you are a learning practitioner, you get the label to the teachers and professors and maybe to the learners themselves. Use the same tactics. I think when enough labels are created, a search in the application will also be helpful to find and work with labels. Is there more going on with the learning labels display than what I see on the screen? Yes, in fact, the patent application, learning labels are referred to as a system to manage and track the development of skills. Learning labels are ideal for personalized and responsive learning in 3 ways. Give students choice, choose 5 out of 10 tasks through an interface, or assign specific tasks to the students, and create a series of labels and connect them together based on performance. There's also a dashboard to manage labels, students and teachers, grading functionality, connecting them together in a series, and many ways to distribute them. Learning labels standardize how we represent learning, not the learning itself. Give this application a try. Register online at www.skillslabel.com and start creating your own learning labels. Join the community on Facebook and Twitter at the Skills Label handle.